Hi, this is Hart, and I organize my magazine images based on how I create my mixed media projects. You may use your magazine images for different purposes. That's cool. This is my organization process and thought that I might share this. It might help you. When I create a project, I usually want to have some texture in my background to get off the white space. Then I add in objects and landscapes. And when I say landscapes, I don't add the whole landscape in. I'll just give you an item. I'll add in bits and pieces of the landscape to give character to my background, because it's not the focal point. So none of these three areas are the focal point. Then, after adding the texture, the objects, and the landscape, then I add my focal point. The people and animals in here can carry the page. It is what you want people to look at. It's what you want to draw the eyes to. I could have named this focal point because sometimes objects are the focal point, and I'll stop there. So sometimes this will be my focal point and I don't even grab a person. But if I had these two ladies, or even one of these two ladies on the image, of course your eye is going to be drawn there. So that's why my fourth category is people and animals, because I consider both of them equal in my focal points. Then after I'm done with that, and I've finished up my collage, I'll add text to support it. This usually has to be spread around and a little bit crazy to decide what text. It's not completely random, because there's no way I would put, Happy Thanksgiving on every image or welcome on every image. So my text bin isn't very big. It should be bigger, but I often write out my text anyway, so it's okay. But yeah, that's text. That's it. That's simplicity. When you're cutting out a magazine though, and you're pulling out more than just these 5 categories, right? Because magazine images have a little bit more. You sometimes run across maps in a magazine. So you can use maps and different kinds of things. And so I store not just magazine images, but maps that come from other sources in this bin, in this folder. I have 3 other categories that come out of magazines that I sort out that are not related to mixed media. One is perfume, because you never know when you're going to need one of these in a project that you're working on or a swap. Another is worth the read, which I haven't sorted into the folders that they fall into or the junk journals that they fall into yet. And the last is, when you go through magazines and they have those little reorders, like here on Country Living, you see that. These little reorders, I like those. I do have a huge bin of these, which is fine, but these are the ones that just came out of the magazines that I cut recently. So hopefully this process helps you along in sorting your magazine images. Inside of each one of my things, as you can see, using the perfume as an example, I'll have smaller items sorted from the bigger items that just hang loose. My smaller items, I just use A or mini Ziploc baggies to hold them. And then I have a wild bin of itty bitties. My wild bin of itty bitties is not just magazine images like this eye or this book page or some cardstock from a paper pad. It's completely random and itty bitty things. I try not to save too many itty bitty things. I just recently purged a bunch of itty bitty things. We'll see if I regret that or not, I don't know. But it's my random bits of itty bitty. Thank you for watching, and hopefully this process of sorting through your magazine images helps you, or at least inspires you to create your own process based on how you do your art and use your magazine images. Take care.